Hi everyone, I'm Frida and I'm back with another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this Dragonfly Filigree Enamel pendant. Let's get to it. First, I started with cutting out the shape of the dragonfly. After that, I texturized the surface with my hammer. I did that because I want the texture to show through the transparent enamels. I domed the piece to prevent warping and I think it looks much better if it's domed. Next, I sifted the counter enamel on the back and I fired it off camera with my torch. I pickled it and then I sifted the front with clear fuse. I fired it with my torch until it was golden color, that means that the oxides dissolved in the clear fuse. The base is copper as you can tell, and I decided to use silver wires and I think it's going to look really pretty at the end. Filigree wires are the twisted wires you can see me using here. I made them by twisting two thin wires together. I have a short video on my Patreon about how I make these wires. Please check it out if you're interested. I leave the link in the description. I also used round thin wires where I felt that the filigree wires would be too much. I'm using pliers and tweezers to shape these wires to match my design. I'm also using glue to secure the wires until the next firing. Working with filigree wires is easier than working with cloisonne wires. Finishing this pendant also takes much less steps than finishing a cloisonne enamel pendant. If you're thinking about getting into cloisonne enameling, you can start with a filigree piece like this or something even more simple until you figure out how the process goes, and also you can experiment with the colors and have a sense of success at the end because you can end up with a really pretty piece. You can also use copper wires for this. The only difference is that you have to pickle the piece between each firings because the copper wires going to develop oxides during firings. I have a video on my channel where I use copper wires, so check it out if you're interested. I leave the link in the description. I forgot to mention, if you use silver wires, you have to use fine silver wires because sterling silver cannot be enameled on. When it was done, I fired it off camera. In the evening, we took Dingo for a walk and I thought I'd share a little snippet from it because he is really cute. I continued this project the next day by adding colors to it. I've chosen beautiful blue colors and a hint of pink for this dragonfly. In spiritual symbolism, a dragonfly often signifies transformation, adaptability, and the ability to embrace change gracefully, reminding you to live fully in the present moment and see beyond illusions. I tried to avoid getting enamel on the wires because this piece is not going to be sanded, so you can't clean the enamel off from the wires after. I only apply one layer of colorful enamel on this piece. When I was done with that, I waited the enamel to dry before I fired it. Here I would like to ask you guys to support me on Patreon, and I would like to say thanks to my existing patrons for the support. I'm going to leave the link to my Patreon in the description. Here you can see me fire my little dragonfly, and I'm going really slow with the firing because I don't want the silver to melt. You can also use your kiln for this. My kiln is broken down, so that's why I'm using my torch. So this is how it turned out, and I really like how the blue colors complement the silver wires. This is it for today, and please guys consider supporting on Patreon, or I have a buy me a coffee page also. I leave the link in the description, and you can support me by subscribing to my channel, liking, sharing and commenting on my videos. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye!